It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Chidobe Awuzie.
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. But here are the Panthers out for their first possession, and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 7 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week: 13 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Bengals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
It always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 1, ready?
On 2nd down, Hurd, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Murray. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
On first down, Murray. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
11, 12, 12.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Mayfield on first down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 27. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. Mayfield looks to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. The yard down to the 16. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'm care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Being chased out left. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game. And that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 39. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down now. Hurd. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 MT tank, 11 MT tank, 11, 11, 11, 11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with John. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3.
Here we go.
And guess what? It brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll give up the gut for Murray. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On second down, Hurd. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Anderson right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mayfield to throw it. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get in the huddle.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. They go with Murray again. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
1, ready?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
11.
Mixing up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
1, ready?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The quick slant caught.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd from 6 yards away.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Mayfield. That caught by Trimble. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. Connection made with Chenault. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Play fake. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag. Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup. It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Throwing, Mayfield. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 13 yards remaining on second down. Mayfield to throw. And completes it once more to Anderson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles. Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one. They're down to none? Yes, exactly right. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
11.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. That was second down run for Murray. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Now it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's Baker. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Found his target, it's Anderson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non... Finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another run for Murray on second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it